Well, another winter solstice is upon us. Winter solstice of 2024. Hey, Coach Richard here. Why am I doing that? Why am I saying that? Why? Shortest day of the year in this hemisphere, longest day of the year in that hemisphere to the south. Anyways, if you know anything about me, I'm like the anti used to. I used to do that. I used to go there. I used to be this, whatever it is. But I'm going to be that used to guy, at least for a minute here, because I truly believe that a lot of things that we do today is all premised on our lessons that we've learned through the years. See this behind me? Right here? That's winter solstice of 1978 at my hunting camp up on Selwyn Lake in the Northwest Territories, just over the 60th parallel. Really cold place, really cold place. Due kind of almost in the middle of the continent. It's just above northern Saskatchewan. I spent the first couple of years of my youth career up there, working for the Department of Indian Affairs. And this was a hunting camp. I call this whole lake and this whole area that was my food land, right? My grocery store. That's where I could actually capture some other protein, like caribou, ptarmigan, spruce grouse are gone by that. It doesn't really matter. The point being is that lake's full of fish as well too. But it's oftentimes the lessons that we learn as we go through our youth. And the thing being is when you know that you're a freedom seeker, that I was, when I was the guy that came out of a little town of Ballora, Ontario, got the heck out of there, went to the States, cranked out a couple of degrees so that I could actually qualify to go live here. And then when that was all said and done, took off and went to the desert, to Arizona, and then finally up to Arizona, northern Arizona, to Flagstaff to train at altitude. But the lessons that we learn from this are just amazing, and sometimes we lose it. Sometimes in the new technology age, we lose that impetus of being able to go out and make things happen, to figure out what we don't know from the things that we do know. So yeah, there are some lessons that we learn from our past, but we can't sit and dwell in them. You know what I mean? We can't dwell in them. And there's a whole lot of coddling going on right now because people, let's call it the people that are guiding the youth, right? Like parents are coddling their sons and daughters. Oh, they may never be able to get ahead. Let's make sure we've got extra bedrooms in the basement and let's encourage them to stay close at home and do this. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Are we dissuading people from going out, spreading their wings and doing things? I don't know. It's not my place to say that. I just know this is that if you are a freedom seeker, a person who recognizes that life is an epic adventure, that you are the captain of your ship, that through such things as lessons, right, and some divine guidance and principled actions, that there's a whole lot of living to do. There really is. And this is just part of it. As I said, young man, I don't know how old I was, 25, maybe 26. Had to learn a lot to be able to live there, to eat there. And I'll always be grateful for it, but it's not a place where I continue to reside in my head. I just took the lessons and went forward from there. That's why I'm talking about being a freedom seeker. How do we use the things that we've done and we've learned such and project it and continue to grow and to build in the future? Because our future does not have to equal our past. Our past are just some stepping stones that we have that helped us continue to grow and to build. So we don't get stuck. We continue to go and to build and to learn and to increase and spread that amongst other people. Perhaps you can help shortcut some things for people so they can start to grow and to build and increase. But I always encourage people, regardless of age, absolutely regardless of age, right? That epic adventure is still inside of you. You can feel it at times. I know that you can. I do. Not through regret. Not, oh, I'm stuck in a place now or what's going to happen. No. No. You can live life to its fullest in happiness and health and prosperity and contribution. But you just have to make that decision. That was a decision I made. 40 below probably today up there. And it's going to be like that for a while. And it's really funny. You can see the long shadows, right? When that sun comes up right now, it comes up and it just hugs the southern horizon and goes down. 5 hours maybe of sunlight, but low winter sun, There's no heat that comes from the sun. You can look at it there on the horizon, but it's not it's not a place to go out and get a suntan, that's for sure. But I come back to this, but it was a great adventure. It was a great jumping off into the world of economics, going from academia into I don't know, prosperity stream, that sort of thing. We could again learn from my mistakes in the past, certainly. I could learn from some of the successes in the past, but importantly, continue to project and to go forward. And it has been an epic adventure, but I refuse to dwell on the past, but I do embrace the lessons of the past. And if I can impress on people who I recognize are indeed those freedom seekers, the ability to go from where they are to perhaps a place in their mind where they like to be, then it becomes amazing because I know what the principles are. It's vitality, right? It's living in a state of energy. It's living in a state of mental acuity. Okay, it's living in a state of what we call projected prosperity. Because sometimes people, regardless of age, don't come from what you'd call a tremendously prosperous start. But you know what? If in the mind that we're there, what the mind can believe, we can in fact project. If we can live in that state, if we continue to grow and to build on that, then incrementally everything changes in remarkable ways. So don't get stuck living in the past. Don't be the used to guy or gal. Be that person that says the future looks bright. And you know what? Starting tomorrow, every day is just going to be a little bit brighter, a little bit longer, a little bit more daylight until summer solstice hits on June 21st. So the future looks bright, folks, for those folks that decide that they are the captain of their own destiny. Yeah. And that's exciting because there is no victims. What there is just accomplishment, or in some cases, lack of it. But that's it. Okay. That's it. That's it from Coach Richard on this winter solstice of 2024. My wish for you is a coming year of just great prosperity, building, great health, and great contribution. All right.